Hi guys, I've been wanting to try out doing a video like this for a while, and since it's the start of a new year, I'm going to make different videos about where to start reading Marvel and DC. We'll also talk about its history, and I'm going to start with the Golden Age and what comics to read. Also, not only that, but also talk about different reprints you can find these comics in as well. So, let's get to it. DC Comics started around 1934, and by the time they were known as National Comics Publication at that time, founded by Malcolm Wheeler Neil Gilson. There, in 1935, the company launched its first comic book called New Fun, the Big Comic Magazine. In 1937, they launched Detective Comics, which would later play a big role for something big in 1939. In 1938, the first superhero known as Superman debuted in Action Comics issue 1, created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. In 1939, the Batman debuted in Detective Comics 27, created by Bob King and Bill Meager, while Superman got a second comic in that year. But 1939 was not the only big year for Batman, but 1939 saw the opening of Timely Publications, founded by Martin Goodman, and soon launched a comic book called Marvel Comics, which debuts the Human Torch, created by Carl Burgos, and knowing Namor debuted in Motion Picture Funniest Weekly, he as well appeared in Marvel Comics, created by Bill Everett. The 1940s saw the rise of a lot of debut superheroes, such as Flash, Green Lantern, whom they, of course, a couple of heroes, joined together in a comic book called All-Star Comics, which is the introduction of the Chase. They also got Robin's Boy Wonder alongside a new Batman comic run, while Marvel had Toro the Human Torch Psychic. Plus, Marvel Mystery Comics, issue 8 through 9, started the first crossover with the Human Torch, faces face to face with Namor. Marvel and DC were not the only companies making heroes, because a company called Wiz Comics was founded and debuted a superhero named Captain Marvel, created by C.T. Beck and Bill Parker. 1941 was, of course, not a good year for a lot of comic book companies due to a war situation, and that's what led to Marvel debuting a new superhero named Captain America, created by Jack Kirby and Joe Simon. However, a man named Stanley Lieber helped assist and wrote his first comic of Captain America, issue 3, while at DC debuted some other titles like Heroes Finest, Leading Comics, and the debut of Aquaman and More Fun Comics, issue 73. And the important female character of all, Wonder Woman, debuted in All-Star Comics, issue 8, created by William Marston and H.G. Peter. There was also another company at that time called Quality Comics, whom soon later make a comic book series called Police Comics, and that debuted a superhero named Plastic Man, created by Jack Cole. In 1942, Wonder Woman will soon later get some comic titles of her own, like International Comics issue 1 and Wonder Woman in 1942. And that's kind of how far it could go with their Golden Age history, because over the 1940s and 50s, Marvel and DC have been debuting a lot of new characters over the years, alongside different teams as well. And now the question is, what reprints can I look into reading? Well, for DC's famous first edition, New Fun issue 1 is a hardcover book that has some of its stories on it. DC Finest has made so far Action Comics and Chase books, and soon later, this year, Plastic Man will get his finest reprint run about the character. There has been a reprint line before called DC Archives Edition, and that's where you can find reprints of Captain Marvel, Flash, Green Lantern, and other characters too. Batman and Wonder Woman has also been in omnibuses, including an unknown book line where you can read Golden Age comics of Batman and Wonder Woman. Now, as for Marvel, well, the only line I could think of to get into reading Golden Age is Marvel Masterworks, and I'm sure if they have declined some of their books, but they also have omnibuses as well. And would be cool if they have a Marvel Epic line one day. Okay, so now that you know some of the reprints that you can read Golden Age comics from, there is two comic book apps that I can also be fun to check out, Marvel Limited and DC Ultra Infinite. Now, I kind of want to talk about the pros and cons about the comic book Golden Age. For DC, my pro would be that some of the Golden Age superheroes play a huge role in modern comics, and Batman comics are the ones with the recognizable villains that we know of. And my cons will be that which ties into Marvel, is that the books came out during the war times, and there might be some not age well issue numbers that features Nazis and Asians, and might get your kids asking questions about this, plus why is all white characters. And there is some wordy text that can be a little tough to read through. For Marvel, the only con is that not a lot of characters came back in the modern age, and only Captain America, Namor, and sometimes Human Torch come back and very recognizable today. Also, the difference between Marvel and DC continuity is that Marvel Golden Age takes place in the same continuity in the modern comics known as Earth 616, while DC's Golden Age continuity takes place in Earth 2 continuity. And I think that's it for this video, and I'll do one for the Silver Age sometime. So, thanks for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye! If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe, share, like, and ring the notification bell, and check out other videos on my channel as well. Thank you, and have a nice day. Bye!